Oh, that's that. That's that. Let's just get... Let's do it. Let's make it work. If it gets scary again, I'll turn the lights off. I think I used up so much electricity while time warping. No, I am launching... Hopefully I won't lose another one. Oh my god, it does not want to get onto that 90-degree heading. Get over there. There we go. Oh, this thing is a real pig and a half now. Just stick like that. Don't do anything. Yeah, time warping on the pad I think might have been what did it. And I had the lights on for sure. Let's just turn the lights off. Like, I don't think they make a huge difference. I think it's mostly the reaction wheels, but without the time warping ahead of time, it should be okay. Have to manage electricity until we get a Kerbal in here. Yeah, I'll turn off the lights until I get cruise. Or at least until we're in space and I can deploy this solar panel. Okay, got a nice Ascent angle going now. Stuck on 90 degrees. I'm not going to play around anymore, so we shouldn't be using up... Yeah, electric charge consumption's pretty low, under 0.2 units per second. So it should be good. I should just be able to just let it go here. Yeah, around 2 units per second I can see. Maybe? No, but... I don't know. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop trying to guess what it is. Right now, I think we're fine. I might be getting quite a lot of drag from those parachutes. Which isn't great. I'm wondering if I might have been better off rather than putting these parachutes on the ship itself to put on an actual cargo container and put the parachutes in the cargo container, but I kind of made my decision. And there is a solar panel for once we're in space, so that'll certainly help. Okay, we're getting to 13 kilometers. Pitch down a little bit. Still getting a lot of speed, so I think I'm okay. 13 or 1.3 kilometers per second on the speed. Maybe a little low, but not bad. Almost up to, gonna get 1.4 kilometers per second on the speed. Almost 20 kilometers in altitude. Speed is starting to level off a little bit. Quite yet. Okay, getting a change in tone on the engines. That's all. Yeah, let's change. Okay, switching to closed cycle mode. Pitching up a little bit. Maybe around 20 degrees or so is what I kind of like. Just gonna hold that. I wish these engines had an alternator in them. That would be nice. Reduce throttle a little bit. I'm gonna try and keep that apoapsis pretty close by. Minute to apoapsis, so I want to kind of keep that about a constant. So a little closer to prograde. We'll nurse this puppy into orbit. Unfortunately, in my rush, I did not really launch at the right time or take off at the right time, so there is going to be a bit of an issue with the rendezvous, but that just means being, you know, in orbit longer, but of course I'll have to manage electricity while we do that. A little lower on the thrust, a little lower on here. Probably lock to prograde pretty soon. Okay, let's lock to prograde. Okay. I have the stock. I have the waterfall. What waterfall? You have the stock waterfall effects in ReStock. I'm not quite sure what that's on. Don't you install both of them? These aren't. There's no I don't have any. No, I have the stock. I don't have any ReStock parts. So this is just the stock waterfall effects. I have no ReStock parts. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright. This is looking a little better. Electricity situation is not nearly so bad. Come on, get over this way. The heading's a little off. I want to try and pull this a little bit more northwards. What's my inclination say? Yeah, the inclination's almost a degree. I don't like that. Very little throttle right now. Putting a lot of energy into periapsis, so that's great. Gonna have a lot of fuel left over, so that's part of it's not going to be a problem. Trying to bring down that inclination a little bit. Pitch right down. Really close to the horizon here. Okay, and what's my inclination doing now? 0.7. That's the part I didn't like. Okay. Well, periapsis is actually almost out of the surface. There we go. This is going to get... Locking on the prograde now. And I'm going to go a little bit past because I'm still a little low in the atmosphere. We'll probably lose a little altitude. There we go. 82 kilometers. Keep that locked on prograde. Let's time warp up into space. Oh no, we're good. We're good. We're almost in an orbit. Periapsis is 46 kilometers. And still have, how much? 613 meters per second of delta V left. Probably could use more. It's hard to tell with these bars. Are the rapiers using the ReStock plume? That's possible. You know what happened? I got a story. I have a story. I have an explanation. I got an excuse. What ended up happening is I'm playing around with the idea of a new series. This will be not a live stream, but sort of a studio series of doing RP1. So I did install RP1. I put a new instance of KSP onto my computer. Got RP1 all set and ready to go. And went to install RP1 and chose the wrong instance. So what I ended up doing was installing RP1 in this save. I did it yesterday, and I went, oh no, I'm installing it on top of my live stream one, which is supposed to be all stock. So I did my best. I think I got all the mods back to what they were supposed to be once I realized what I did. But it is entirely possible that RP1 put in the ReStock waterfall effects, and I never managed to get those out. So that might be why you're seeing the ReStock effects. I never intentionally installed that, but it looks like I might have unintentionally installed that. That seems to be a possibility. Alright, so where are we at? We're at 15 seconds to apoapsis. So we're just going to circularize here. Call it a day. We'll wait till a few seconds ahead, and we'll do our rendezvous. And get this done. This, as usual, the build took longer than I anticipated. It always takes longer than I anticipate. So we'll get this up to 81 by 81-ish. Happy with that. Okay, let's roll this for the solar panels. So obviously right now we're still in the... And hopefully we can charge this all up before we are... So, oh, actually this is going to work out okay. We took so much time to get up. This might actually work out all right. Okay, let's set this as a target. I was thinking we were going to have to go round and round, but I think I'm okay. It's not bad. No. Oh my gosh. See, it's when I don't look, sometimes it goes better. All right, let's see here. Set this puppy up. There we go. A little bit back. Okay, one. Where are we? 10? Yeah, let's... Yeah, I have to go this way. Oh, that's about it, I guess. So I do have a bit of an inclination difference that is factoring into this. A 0.7 degree inclination difference. Because I really wasn't paying enough attention to what I was doing. So we'll see how low we can, close we can get our approach here, but there might be a... have to be some normal adjustments en route. Okay, 5.2 kilometers. That's good enough for now. So that burn's coming up in 33 minutes. Okay, so there we go. We're getting a nice charge from the sun. Let's do a quick save. Okay, we're charged up. So that is good. And you know, I'm even going to risk putting my lights on. See if we can... risk putting our lights on here. The lights use up... Let's see. We'll wait for it to settle in on the vector. I think it should survive the night. Ooh, I like the way I lit it up, though. That looks pretty good. Alright. Oh, and this is... Let's turn this throttle limiter down to like 20, maybe? Just notice that a very short burn. This is very tiny. And go to about half throttle. And what I'm waiting for, yeah, these are different. Okay, there I can see my close approach. I think I got it down to about 5.2 kilometers. Oh, 5. That's about it. So pretty much 5 kilometers there for our closest approach. Again, turn this for the solar panels. And let's see here. We're going to just do a burn about halfway there. And I think what I need to do is bring my... I got to do some anti-normalness. Bring my trajectory down. Yeah. Can always tell when doing this is you want to get the AN or the DN close to where your rendezvous is. And then a little bit of this way. I need it to be... No, I'm crossing there. Yeah, I did too much. Bring it back. Here, I can... And pretty darn close here. Let's see. A little bit of final tweaking. 3.2, 0.1. 0 kilometers. I saw it. 0 kilometers there. Okay. All right. So that burn's coming up in 18. Sorry, what is it? 4 minutes. Still watching electricity because that's a concern. Turn your light. Yeah, the lights seem to be not doing too bad. I think I'm going to be getting into the sun pretty soon, aren't I? Yeah, we're going to be okay. Put that there. Yep. And a little closer. Get this off. We'll get the docking done. Okay, I'm going to go to half throttle. Watching really that intersect distance down there. More than the burn. So 300 meters, 200 meters, 100 meters. Let's go to RCS here. Oh no, I can still burn. Oh, overdid a little bit. I saw 43 meters, 44 meters. That's clearly going to be fine. Oh, we're into target mode here. Let's keep it off of that. Okay, we're going to be there in 4 minutes. Where is our target, by the way? Probably should be seeing it pretty soon. Oh, it's above us, up here somewhere. There it is. Alright, we're about a minute away. I'll put it on retrograde here. I'll say hello. Has the sun come up yet? The sun has come up, but it's not. Let's roll this way just for the solar panels. There we go. Okay, let's... There. Haha! Where's the sun? Yeah, that'll do. Alright, where are we? We're about a minute away. So probably want to start. We're coming in at about 83 meters per second, so probably will want to slow down just a little bit. Always a good plan. I want to try and keep this time about a constant. If you can't keep this time from getting down to 0, you're going to be blowing by it. I'm sure these guys are going to be happy to see a ride home approaching them. Okay, cut this. We're down to almost 10 meters per second. Target is in sight. We're going to be doing just fine. We can open up our docking port here. probably will want to lower this solar panel when we get close. Okay, I think I got the docking port aimed right at me, don't I? This might work out really well. Okay, I'll switch over to you. Take that, pin it, back. Set that as a target. Whoa, 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 what happened here? Why'd you spin around on me, you stinker? Why'd you do that? Okay, down to about 0.5 meters per second. We'll control from here. And this should, and take that down. Track that solar panel. There we go. I do have a mod, docking alignment, Navball docking alignment indicator. I wish the game had some sort of docking UI. It does make your life easy. Much, much easier. Of course, it really does help that I got, aim my camera here, happen to be coming right at it. That's nice. So it gives you this little red guy to put your docking port on. Otherwise, my day has been great, Alex. Thank you very much. Nope, we've not had this. This SSTO has not yet experienced a re-entry. We never did test that, but you know what? Re-entry, smentry, bentry. Who cares? Okay, let's use our RCS here. I do probably want to slow down. I'm coming in pretty close, and this RCS is not particularly powerful. Remember, I went with the little tiny RCS blocks. So, like, we'll just be sipping through the monopropellant. I could have saved weight by taking out a lot of that monopropellant, because I don't need it. The Kerbal. Is there a mod for your Kerbals to eat the spaceships? There is a mod. Oh, what was the life support mod that allowed you to sort of process a Kerbal into food? Said, you know, in case it came to that, you know, that you can pick which is your least valuable Kerbal and go, sorry, buddy, but you're going to have to go into the processor. But I'm trying to think what life support mod did that. I think it was TAC life support that did that. There may be more. Not quite eating the spaceship, but, you know, a superfluous crew. Okay. I think we are just about on there. A little bit more, and come on. There we go. We are there. Okay, so we got ourselves a ship. We have successfully docked. These folks have a ride home as well. I brought up a whole army of radial mounted parachutes that we're gonna get Bill to install them. We're gonna put them around the top here, and we're gonna try and deorbit this thing to satisfy the contract. Remember, the contract does require for the ship to come back. This plane was supposed to bring up a probe body as well. I actually wrote a note to myself, which I just missed as I was going through the stream. The reason why this had to bring up a probe core was like a spare probe core besides the one that is installed in it. The reason why is this thing does not have a probe core in it. And let this be a lesson to all of you. I've made this mistake so many times, so hopefully I'll take this lesson to heart as well next time. Always, 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 even if you plan on putting a pilot aboard, always put a probe core into your vessels. You never know what situations might come up that they might have to fly autonomously. So this thing here, once the space plane detaches and once all the crew is off, cannot come down on its own. And I thought of 5 options. I already see one coming up in the chat, and that is definitely one of them. I see 5 options for dealing with this situation. Option number 1 is just, you know what, cancel this contract, call it a day. And don't worry about it, because I don't really need it. I'm not going to do that. That's the wimpy way out. I don't care. I'm not going to do that. Option number 2 is what's coming up in the chat. Put Jebediah into the cockpit of this guy and have Jeb fly her down and hope for the best with Jebediah. That definitely sounds like a particular fun option. So like, I do have like 3 pilots aboard. So, no, I'm not going to rank my pilots in terms of Jeb is going to, if this thing's going to fly down with someone, it's going to be Jebediah, and then the other 5 all go into this and they fly down in a much more normal way. That's option number 2. Option number 3 is, and I thought of this briefly even though I realized it doesn't work, there is a probe core here, and I thought briefly, like this M Mark II drone core, is it possible to use the EVA construction tools that are built into the game with an engineer to kind of pull this plane apart, recover this core, stick the core onto here, and then because this thing will come down with a pilot, won't need the core. And I decided I don't think that's going to work. For 2 reasons. One is there are some limitations on the EVA construction mode. Number 1 is that you can never detach what the game considers the root part. And I really think, because if I go to map view and look at this, notice how it says RAPIER 2 as the vessel name, not the Gilly 1. So I think it sees actually this as the root part, which means I have to tear off everything connected to it to get to this probe core, because you can only pull off one piece at a time, and then I got to put it in. There's no way I'm gonna mess up this plane for sure, putting it on one piece at a time without being able to use symmetry tools or anything like that. Even if this isn't the root part, which I think it is, and I could pull up from the top down, I would have to put these canards back on with symmetry. I'm not going to risk all that. So that's option number 3, but I'm going to just veto that one right away, as like I vetoed the cancel the contract. That's not an option. So far we just have one. Jeb flies her down. Number 2 is, I could bring up another probe core. That's actually probably the most sensible one, but this being Kerbal Space Program, I don't think that would be the most fun one, but I don't want to prejudice people because I'm going to let you folks decide. I could simply bring the plane down with my crew, build a very simple rocket that just has a probe core on it, fly it up, dock, and then descend with that. That's easily the safest solution. Option number 4 is, well, this thing will fly right now. Like, it will, because we got the pilots and stuff aboard it, to deorbit this entire thing. So the spinning around, use the nerve engine, deorbit the whole thing, undock, and then have both deorbit at the same time. That's going to require keeping both vessels within render distance and probably flipping back and forth between them. That might turn into kind of a nightmare and might risk both vessels at the same time, but I think technically it might be doable. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put together a poll with those 3 options, and I'm going to put it together right now. I did not, unfortunately. Here we go. Add in, start a poll. So poll is, what should I do? So let me get this. I should have set this up ahead of time. What should I do? And the options are Jeb flies down. Option number 2, what was option number 2? Option number 2 is bring up new core. And one more option is to deorbit everything at the same time. So don't just vote yet. I should have thought of this ahead of time, but here we go. This should be the poll coming up right here. There it is up at the top. Place your votes. Let me know what you think. In the meantime, what we got to do is I do, no matter what, have to attach parachutes to this thing. So we're going to EVA Bill here. And while Bill is doing the work of attaching on these parachutes, let's get rid of the contract window. You guys go ahead and vote. I'll do what people vote for. I don't want to prejudice it anymore. So in the meantime, construction. So this should be all actually pretty simple. It should just be. I got 6 parachutes all together. I just really just guessed at 6 being enough. I really don't know if I can. This is really great. Bill, with his ridiculously long arms, seems to be able to reach all of these parachutes. So, Bill, you are a rock star. And with the snap-on, it seems to be coming across here pretty... Here, let's see if we can get this one in there. I want these all to be symmetric. I think they're coming out pretty good. Wow, that didn't take too long. That went way faster than I thought. Okay, so Bill, you did good. You can board again, but let's... Okay, let's start transferring over crew. So, who's over here? We got Valentina. You need to go into the cockpit here. We have Louis. He's going to be the co-pilot. We're going to get Bill in for the crew here. We're going to go back here. We have Bob. And we're going to have Philip. So that should have everybody. This should be empty. This should be empty. Jeb is still up in there because we might end up leaving. I'm not looking at the poll. We got our 2 pilots there. We should have 3 people. Yeah, 1 empty seat in case we want to throw Jeb in there. So that should be good. How is our poll doing? Why is this? Oh, here, let's remove this pin message. There we go. Wow, she's close, but I see... Alright, was there for a second. I see bring up a new core. Has narrowly won this out. The other was Jeb, bring Jeb down. I'm glad nobody's or very few people are picking Deorbit everything, because I think that was the riskiest one. Okay, we'll do that one. We got 41 votes. Bring up a new core. That is what we're going to do. We have a very cautious group of people. Okay, so we're going to end the poll. There's only 2 minutes, but people put in their votes, and we're going to transfer over Jeb. Where's why is transfer crew? And Jebediah, because I already put Valentina into the is there. Jeb is just gonna have to be a passenger. We're going to well, actually, let's see where we are. See if we're in an appropriate place to bring this down. So where is the KSC? Oh no, that's not the KSC. Is it? Oh, there's the KSC at night. So let's do some time warping so that we're not coming down. All right, and so we're not coming down at night. So I'm just time warping until the KSC is in the daylight. There we go. And what I like to do is always start my descent from the same place. I find that helps me out. So right here is the Woomerang launch site. So I'm going to go to just before that. And we're going to undock and get ourselves ready for our descent. So, undock. Nope, I always click the wrong docking port. And RCS on. We'll back away here. Extend that solar panel. Close this docking port. RCS can now go off. Let ourselves back away. We got this nice red light. I was there briefly. I love the light that you get through the sunset like that. I got me a feeling. Oh, yeah, let's. Got very weak thruster blocks on this thing. But that does mean that they use very, very little in terms of make sure we're controlling from the right thing. Control from here. Aha! I'm glad I did that. Okay, let's spin her around. Engines I never did turn off. Okay. And I'm going to do a quick save just in case of crack. And I don't know. This is like my entire crew. All of my Kerbals are here. So I certainly don't want to lose everybody. I think that would be bad. So I'm going to give myself some permission. So let's see here. Yeah, let's start our burn. And whoops, gonna need to see this. And I don't know, this is always guesswork for me. It always takes me a few tries to kind of zero this in. Maybe. Yeah, no avoidance maneuver. It turned out we were pointed in the right direction anyway. We just sprayed this thing. I don't know. What do people think? Like 30 kilometers on the periapsis? I'm guessing like 30 kilometers on the peri. I do not have, like, there is a mod called Trajectories, which takes a mountain of the guesswork out. So, that's nice. Or that would be nice. But I thought that was one too far removed from stock. I think I said 35-ish kilometers. Let's go with that. We'll see what happens. Spin her around. Let's put this on free. I like it that way, and then you don't get the camera flop. Rotate this. This thing is electrically challenged, so I do need to be aware of that. People saw that last time. 37, 30 to 40. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I have a tendency to overshoot doing this, which honestly is not so bad. We can ditch in the water. I'm not going to do multiple tries at this. I'm going to turn off all my lights. I'm a little bit concerned with electricity. I did make a decision that future versions of this will have two 1K batteries stuck here at the back. That was kind of an oversight on my part. Okay, the sun's about to come up. Let's see if we can get a charge. Oh, we are in the atmosphere. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, I should have thought of this. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna switch to air breathing mode, so that's ready. These should be air breathing mode now. Can we get a charge? Are you gonna give me a charge? This is a high altitude Atmo charge here. I want to get whatever bat. Am I charging? Am I charging up here? No, I'm not. Okay, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Oh, I descended the solar panels. Okay. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. There we go. Now we're in air breathing mode. Okay, that has been decided. Yeah, let's get into position here. I meant to do switch these to air breathing mode, and instead I descended the solar panels because I'm a doofus. So, let's get into full belly flop mode here, because I got a feeling I'm already going to be overshooting. But of course, we're going to be working those reaction wheels hard. It really wants to push forward, flip forward, which is good. That means it's more stable. But I'm looking at my well, maybe not. Periapsis has now just gone negative. So what I like to do is just kind of look here every once in a while and kind of look to see where this trajectory is in. Oh, we are quite overshooting. Here's the KSC continent coming up here. KSC continent. Why not re-enter with... and then the undock in the lower... That was one of the options I gave up there, Alex, in the poll. As long as you don't land in the water, what's wrong with landing in the water? I'm a little concerned with electricity. These engines don't generate electricity, so... If I run out of juice, how is my trajectory coming down? Still aiming in the water here. We're just now coming up to the KSC. Quite a lot of oxidizer aboard. This thing has too much oxidizer. So I got a lot of useless oxidizer aboard, which is somewhat unfortunate. I do have some liquid fuel, so we do have some ability to steer. A fuel cell, that is an option. Again, electricity was ill thought of, and I nursed this thing into orbit. Future versions of this will have an extra 2,000 units of electric charge aboard. So right now I'm just trying my best to stall this puppy. But I am... Here, I'm going to flip around this way. It wants to... As it wants to fall forward, it actually... I can get a better angle of attack, I think, going this way. But I am going to run out of electricity. Thankfully, that doesn't mean loss of control, because we do have Valentina and our co-pilot Louis, and Jebediah is in the back seat, going, "Oh my God, I hate not being able to fly. Why am I back here? Yeah, 2,000 units will be more than enough, and I thought that was the best cost-effective way to do this. See, now the thing is going so fast, it just wants to... It does not want us to keep that angle of attack. But I'm really trying to put this on the runway, but I'm overshooting. It doesn't help that at the beginning I didn't have a high angle of attack because I was trying to use the solar panels which weren't even deployed. Alright. We are coming down. We are... Here, let's put this on terrain. 20 kilometers up, or thereabouts. I think I should be... I'm obviously overshooting, but I think I should be able to... Okay, let's calm this down a little bit. And Jeb is like, what are you doing? Let's pull out of this dive. We are going supersonic and trying to turn at the same time, which is not good. We are out of electric charge, so that doesn't help. So we have no reaction wheels. We still, of course, have all of our... Oh, where's the KSC? It's over there. We still have, of course, all of our... other control surfaces. So this might be a little sloppy. A little sloppy. Bring her up, Val. Come on. Really wants to roll. Doesn't help. Come on, you got to come out of this dive. I'm pitching up as hard as I can. Oh my gosh. That was a little scary. Okay, so bring her down. That was a little close to the surface. By the time I pulled out of that dive, I think I'm overly dependent on those reaction wheels. Okay, let's cruise over. Can I quick save here? I can. Okay, good. Not too fast. Slow down. Oh my gosh, this is where you learn how much work those reaction wheels do. How much those crazy reaction wheels do for you. Okay, we are coming in. Our speed is approaching a sane number. I'm going to up the authority limiter on these because I have very little gear. Oh, come on, up. A little slow. That's a little scary. Okay. Okay. Val's got it under control now, I think. We are stalling, though. Come on. Get it up. There we go. This is the first time... Here, I should stop talking. Oh. That was, by the way, the first time I ever landed this plane. It was a... completely... that was the test. Right there. Okay. Kerbals are down. That's all good. That was a little bit, I'll be honest, I was sweating a little bit there at the end. But it came out okay. Alright, not bad for a first try. So we'll recover that. Now what we need to do is build that rocket to get that probe core up.